Welcome to Terry's Diverse Horizons, a place where we explore faith, history, culture, and the big questions with honesty, wit, and sometimes a dose of uncomfortable truth. For years, one of the most repeated claims from followers of Islam is this: the Bible has been corrupted. And the evidence? Apparently, there's more than one version of it. Now, at first glance, that sounds convincing, until you actually think about it. Because by that logic, every translated book in human history would be corrupted. So the real question isn't how many versions exist. The real question is this: did the message change? And when it comes to Jesus Christ, the answer is a stubborn, consistent no. Let's clear up the confusion right away. When people say many Bibles, what they actually mean is many translations. The original texts were written in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek, languages most people today don't exactly use while ordering coffee. So translations became necessary. And here's the part people conveniently ignore. Translating a message doesn't change the message, it carries it. Whether it's the King James Version or a modern translation, they all tell the same story. Different wording? Sure. Different meaning? Not a chance. Let's follow this argument to its logical conclusion. If translating a text means corrupting it, then the works of Plato, Aristotle, and even basic historical documents would all be unreliable. Yet no one walks into a classroom shouting, "Plato's been corrupted!" Why? Because we all understand something simple. Translation is about accessibility, not alteration. The Bible isn't unique in being translated, it's just uniquely scrutinized. Now here's where things get interesting. The New Testament isn't floating around with a handful of copies, it's backed by thousands. Over 5,000 Greek manuscripts, to be exact. That's not a small sample, that's a mountain of evidence. And here's the kicker: the more manuscripts you have, the easier it is to detect changes. So instead of weakening the Bible's credibility, this actually strengthens it. It's like having multiple witnesses telling the same story, and they all line up. Across centuries, continents, and countless translations, one thing refuses to budge: the message of Jesus. He is consistently presented as the Son of God, the Savior, and the one who rose again. That's not a minor detail, that's the core. If corruption had taken place, this is exactly where you'd expect chaos. Instead, you get consistency. It's almost as if the message was preserved on purpose. Long before printing presses and modern publishing, early Christians were already quoting the New Testament extensively. Figures like Ignatius of Antioch and Irenaeus weren't guessing, they were preserving. In fact, their writings contain so many references that scholars could reconstruct most of the New Testament from them alone. That's not what a corrupted text looks like. That's what a well-preserved one looks like. And then there's the discovery that really complicates the corruption narrative: the Dead Sea Scrolls. These manuscripts date back over 2,000 years, and when compared to modern Old Testament texts, surprise, they match. Not perfectly word for word in every line, but overwhelmingly consistent.
Yes, that makes
So
sense.
instead of exposing corruption, they confirm preservation. That's a bit awkward for the argument, isn't it? Let's be honest, if the Bible had truly been corrupted, you wouldn't see minor wording differences. You'd see major contradictions. One version saying Jesus is divine, another saying he's not. One claiming resurrection, another denying it entirely. But that's not what we find. Instead, we find agreement on the fundamentals. And that's the part critics can't quite explain away. At its core, the corruption argument isn't really about manuscripts or translations. It's about theology. If the Bible remains reliable, then its message about Jesus stands. And that's where the real tension lies. Because once the text holds up, the discussion shifts from, is it corrupted? To, what do I do with what it says? And that's a much harder question to dodge. So, are there many Bibles? Yes. Many messages? No. The wording may vary, the languages may differ, but the core message has remained intact through centuries of scrutiny. You can challenge it, question it, even reject it. But calling it corrupted simply because it's been translated doesn't hold water. The real question is no longer about the Bible. It's about whether you're willing to confront what it actually says. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed, stay safe, and always stay humble.